Well, this cold, dark, windy October evening brings to mind some other cold, dark, windy October evenings back when I'd get together with my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my mom, my dad, my grandmas, Nana and Granny, and we'd talk and we'd visit, and uh, the older folk would play bridge or just sit and talk, and us young ones would have a lot of fun. But we'd always hear this poem, and I want to share it with you tonight because back in those days, of course, as October came around, all us kids started thinking about Halloween and going trick or treating. And back in those days, there was actually treating, yes, but also tricks. And some of the teenage guys were known to have pushed over an outhouse or two, and it's even said they pushed over an outhouse when somebody was in one. In any event, that's all a pretty nasty trick to play on somebody. So if you're planning on playing any nasty tricks on anybody this Halloween season, or ever for that matter, keep this poem in mind that we always used to hear back in those days. And it's called Little Orphant Annie, written by James Whitcomb Riley and published back in 1885, and I will read it to you now. Little orphaned Annie's come to our house to stay, and wash the cups and saucers up and brush the crumbs away, and shoo the chickens off the porch and dust the hearth and sweep, and make the fire and bake the bread and earn her board and keep. And all us other children, when the supper things is done, we set around the kitchen fire and has the mostest fun. I listen to the witch tales that Annie tells about, and the goblins'll get you if you don't watch out. Once there was a little boy who wouldn't say his prayers. So when he went to bed at night, away upstairs, his mammy heard him holler, and his daddy heard him bawl. But when they turned the covers back, he wasn't there at all. And they seeked him in the rafter room and cubby hole and press, and seeked him up the chimbley flue and everywheres, I guess. But all they ever found was just his pants and roundabout. And the goblins'll get you if you don't watch out. And one time a little girl would always laugh and grin and make fun of everyone and all her blood and kin. And once when there was company and old folks was there, she mocked 'em and she shocked 'em. And she said she didn't care. And just as she kicked her heels and turned to run and hide, there was two great big black things a-standing by her side. And they snatched her through the ceiling 'fore she knowed what she's about. And the goblins'll get you if you don't watch out. And little orphan Annie says, when the blaze is blue and the lamp wick sputters and the wind goes woo, and you hear the crickets quit, and the moon is gray, and the lightning bugs and dew is all squinched away, you'd better mind your parents and your teachers fond and dear, and cherish them that loves you, and dry the orphant's tear, and help the poor and needy ones that clusters all about, or the goblins'll get you if you don't watch out.